Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Thinking with the Quran, where we explore one Quranic verse at a time and think deeper about what it means for our daily lives in context of when the verse was originally revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how it applies in today's life. So let me start off with a question today. Has there been a time when you've thought to yourself as to when will Allah Ta'ala end my problems or make it easy for me? Or that I've been dealing with there's all kinds of bad luck and bad omens and hardships. Why do I not see light at the end of the tunnel? Or why does this dark tunnel not just end? Has that been the case with you? I'm sure it has been with a lot of us at different points in our lives. Well, if you've been thinking like that, there's good news. Today's session, today's inaugural session, I picked a set of verses that exactly deals with that predicament or conundrum or situation that we find ourselves in. Now, when I was putting this series together, I asked a few of my friends, and today's verse or set of verses comes from Sayyid Usman Ahmed. And I asked my friends, hey, what is one of your favorite verses? Because this is what I'm planning on doing, Quran and critical thinking. And he shared these set of verses, which I thought there cannot be a better platform or a better way to kick off this series other than these two verses or this set of verses. And these two verses are from Surah Al-Nashra or Ash-Shara, which is Surah number 94. And these are verses number 5 and 6. Exactly how they go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا, which translates to, so surely with hardship comes ease. And surely with that hardship comes ease. Now, some background about this surah and these specific verses. This surah was one of the earliest surahs that was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu in the earlier days of his spread of the word of Allah. And this was to comfort Prophet Muhammad sallallahu in the midst of all the hatred, all the struggles, all the hardships that he was being subject to by the Quraysh of Makkah and everyone who was opposed to the concept of one Allah, one God, one deity, one entity who needs to be worshipped, the one who created this universe and everything that it entails. So this surah was revealed to Prophet during those days. Now, there are different ways that different scholars have explained the surah. One of the most beautiful things that I've read from Dr. Asrar Ahmed, I believe it is Bayani Quran, his tafsir, that Allah Ta'ala allows the Prophet to be in Qiyam during the night, be in Allah's company, enjoying all the blessings that Allah Ta'ala is sending down to him via Jibreel alayhi salam. So during the night, Allah Ta'ala is enjoying all those blessings and all that proximity to Allah Ta'ala. And he is just in such a state of mind where that is the best place that he can imagine to be in. Now, come daytime, he has to pack up what he's doing, and now he has to go out and preach and share the word of Allah with the people of Makkah, with the people, the very people who are against him. who want to take his life, who want to make his life miserable. So the context of these two verses is that Allah Ta'ala is telling Prophet that ease does not come after hardship, ease comes with hardship. So there are two sides of the same coin. One side is hardship, one side is ease. So where on one side you enjoy my company, you enjoy everything that I'm sharing with you, you enjoy all the secrets that I'm sharing with you, you enjoying what Jibreel salam is telling you. But on the other side, you have to man up, you have to face the atrocities that people of Makkah are throwing at you. So, very brief context of these two verses. With hardship comes ease, not after hardship comes ease. Now, the more important part of this conversation and why I wanted to start this was application of these verses in today's time. There are a few ways I wanted to look at this. The first one is Allah Ta'ala mentions in the Quran once again, and I believe this is Surah Baqarah, verse number 286, that Allah does not burden a soul with more than what they can handle. So Allah Ta'ala has promised human beings that I will only test you as much as you can handle. So Allah Ta'ala knows our capacity, knows our bandwidth, knows our spectrum, knows how much we can take, how much we can be pushed, how much we can improve. And Allah Ta'ala is constantly pushing us with these hardships because flip side of those hardships, there is comfort, there is growth. So we have to, absolutely have to have faith in Allah Ta'ala's grand design. Um, and that whatever Allah Ta'ala is going to throw at us, that is coming for me. It is not for my neighbor. It is not for my brother. It is not for my wife or my kid or my parents. It is custom made for Umar Khan because only me, only I can handle that. Because Allah Ta'ala has catered that problem to my specifications, to my mental, physical, emotional, psychological, physiological, spiritual limits and faculties. That's one way of looking at it. If we were to interpret it in today's day and age. And then another side of it is, let's say I'm going down the road and I'm going to work and I have a brief fender bender. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, great, there goes $100 or $200 or $500 worth of damage. And now I'm going to be 30 minutes late to work. What I don't realize with this hardship, the ease that might come is, or according to Quran, there is ease with hardship. The ease with this hardship is that Allah Ta'ala now saved me from something even worse. Maybe if I had taken that right turn and gotten onto the freeway, maybe there was a pileup on the freeway, which I could have been part of. And who knows, maybe things could have gotten worse. So these $200, $300, $400, maybe this is a very small amount of what I was able to save or what Allah Ta'ala actually planned for me to not get into. So there's always a silver lining. Hardship with ease, not hardship before ease. They are, as I said, two sides of the same coin. And then last point that comes to my mind is growth in adversity. Kind of piggybacking on the first one. If there won't be adversity, I will not understand. Maybe I know Allah Ta'ala knows my limits, but I do not know to what extent I can go, to what extent I can grow professionally, personally, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, spiritually. So with all these hardships, Allah Ta'ala is giving me ways and opportunities and chances to broaden my horizon, to expand my portfolio of looking at things, of absorbing knowledge, of understanding. the ways things work, or understanding the grand design of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala's will and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala's design that He has laid out for everyone in the universe. So just to sum it up real quickly, with hardship comes ease. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala does not burden anyone more than what they can handle. There's always a silver lining, and a small problem might save us from bigger issues because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala knows better. And then, of course, as we go through that hardship, we are getting better. We are fine-tuning our skills that will help us walk through this stage of life. Has there been a time where you have thought like that, where you've gone through some hard times, some tough times, but then you're also thinking simultaneously that, okay, you know what? Had this not happened, had this tough time not happened, I would not have been in a position to do this. So looking back, while I'm smiling, I'm also thinking, you know what? I guess Allah had a plan for me. If there has been a time in your life, please do not hesitate to share, because that is the purpose of this series that I have started, Thinking with the Quran, one verse at a time, in context of when it was revealed and how we can apply what Allah Ta'ala is saying to us in today's day and age. Do let us know what you think about it. And also, if there is a verse that you would want me to feature in Thinking with the Quran, please do not hesitate to comment. And of course, if you'd like to see more of this, do like, comment, and subscribe, because the purpose of this is to broaden my journey of understanding Quran, despite being a very, very sinful individual, as most of us mortals are. So let's work together, grow together, and understand Quran together. Until next time, keep reflecting, keep reasoning, and let the Quran guide our thinking. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.